All right, take two. Second video I'm trying to do this here. So still plugging away at the mini rat rod wheelbarrow go-kart. Mostly because sometimes after work, I don't got enough time to work on the real project, which is the shoebox. So if I only have an hour, this is a good little tiny project for me to mess around with for an hour where I feel like I'm still getting something done. And it's a lot easier project than the coffin car project that I keep stalling on because keep going back and forth. Like, should I use the engine out of the Ranchero and make this like a car I'm too afraid to take on the freeway? Or should I just say screw it and turn into like a giant go-kart? So I keep on going back and forth. I'm leaning towards car though, just because I got a bunch of car parts I want to use up. And for a go-kart, I'd pretty much have to source out a bunch of parts from a golf cart and, stretch out the frame and everything for a golf cart and use a bunch of that kind of stuff because of the weight of it. So, kind of leaning towards just making it a car. I already got a bunch of parts for it and I keep on getting more every day. So, mini rat rods going pretty good. Still kind of working on the frame, the bolts. Here, I'll show you over here. I have cases and cases. I sorted all my bolts last summer, bought a bunch of these nifty cases and built a shelf to keep all the nifty cases up here. But I never had the bolts I actually need. So for the frame, I'm just kind of bolting everything together because my welding sucks. I don't even trust my welding to hold together a golf cart frame. Plus, it's from an old weight set, so I had these sweet little gussets here anyway, so I'm like, well, hell, I'll do that. And half the time, as you can see, it's hard to get back there. You probably can't even see there's a welding cart back there. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just do that. That way I can take it apart. If I got to change something, I can just re-drill the holes and everything, no big deal. Not grinding welds or anything, because I get sick of grinding and sanding everything all the time. So I got a seat there out of an old boat. They were selling 2 of those seats online for $20 on Facebook Marketplace, so I grabbed a couple of those. The frame was free. It's from like an old weight set. One of those tower power things that is too tall for my living room or too tall for anywhere in my house. So makes a good chassis, I figure. And I went and spent $20 and bought like a bunch of another gym thing and took that all apart. So I got some extra parts if I need them. So still kind of working on that. While I'm waiting on the bolts, because I want to use the exact same bolts, so it's all the same, socket for the heads and everything, and kind of looking uniform. Waiting on some of those to come in tomorrow. So while I'm waiting on that, I figure even though the humidity is 86 today and this primer is probably going to dry like shit, sanded down the inside of it here and just kind of, I had half a can or maybe a little bit less of that primer. Was it turned rust into black primer? So I just kind of sprayed that on. No one's really going to see it that much on the inside, and I don't really care too much because this is a ratty ass rat rod. So just kind of sprayed some of that on the bottom, trying to keep some of the rust away. I was going to buy a metal plate and put on the bottom here and reinforce it. But I was like, well, hell, the metal plate and everything is going to end up costing as much as a wheelbarrow, because I bought this wheelbarrow on Facebook Marketplace for $30. So why spend another $30 on a plate? I'll just, sand it down, put some primer on it, some of that rust converter primer. If the bottom of this, rusts through next summer, I'll just buy another wheelbarrow and do it all over again. So no big deal. So at least I got that painted today while I'm waiting on the bolts. So ideally, in a couple of weeks, I'll have the go-kart ready. There's a little high school car show nearby, about 3 miles from the house. I figure, well, I could take the go-kart up there. I think the kids there will get a kick out of it and maybe win for most unique or something. And then back to once this thing's all done, made myself promise no more projects. Gonna focus on this shoebox. There's a car show. The absolute has to be done by around the beginning of August because there's a car show I want to go to. that my dad and I went last year with his car. So this year we're both going in our cars. So it's got to be at least rewired and a seat inside of it, and preferably work on the steering a little bit so I don't have to take side roads the whole way. But at least have this thing running to where I can take it there. I don't know if I'll have it painted. And to be honest, the blue's kind of growing on me. I don't know. Maybe I won't paint it this summer. Maybe that'll be a next summer thing. Because the blue is kind of digging it. It's wearing on me pretty good. But I still, part of me wants to, still paint it and make it mine, instead of people being like, oh, is that so-and-so's car? And being like, oh, yeah, I bought it from him, paint it, make it mine, throw some pinstripes on. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll get it painted this summer, but at least the goal is to get it running. And that's pretty much it. Sorry, probably could have cut this into 2 different videos, but here you can see kind of the front end from last summer. Messed around with the headlights a little bit. I want to French the headlights, but that's probably down the road. Still trying to source a grill. I got a swap meet coming up in a couple weeks, so hopefully I find a really cheap grill set there, and hopefully I got money for it. But if not, we'll figure something out. So that's pretty much it for today. Sorry, it's kind of rambling. Haven't recorded a video in a while. I keep doing stuff and forgetting to, so figured I'd do it today. I had an hour where I could mess around in the garage. All right. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in to Dr. T's Gee-Rhage.